Okay, so I'm potentially up and running at this point, but let's see for sure. Waiting for my channel to click through. I've got a little bit of a time lag here. Massive ship design. Hey, I'm up and running, and it sounds like volume is good. So let me go ahead and drop that down there to next to no volume. And I'm going to copy the link here. I'm going to get up and running here in just a hot second, but I just want to have an opportunity to post on the social medias that I'm up and running, and then we'll get things going. So I guess to keep you guys around and not distracted, hey, my name is Phil Kearney. I create role-playing games, I illustrate them, and I publish them online. I've been focusing my attention on Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition, pretty much since the release of Ravnica, the Guildmaster's Guide to Ravnica, which got me started on building content. The first thing I made was a color mana system that replaced the 8 schools of magic and spell slots for D&D, and I've been using it for about like 7 years now. so far so good. I'm still putting books out for it. You can see a link to the color mana system down in the description down below, along with a shitload of other stuff that I've done. But Spelljammer was something I absolutely fell in love with when I was 16. When it first came out, I think it was like 1990-ish, something like that, 1991. When it first came out, that was, I spent a lot of time building deck plans and wild space systems and imagining havoc that could be reaped. And so now that it's an official setting for 5th edition and we can publish content using its name on the DMsGuild, here's the bucket list. Since I was basically 12, I've wanted to illustrate and create Dungeons & Dragons content, like publish it. I had a subscription to Dragon Magazine and Dungeon Magazine, and there was a call for submissions for artwork in there, and it was all just like pencil or ink line art. And I sent in a submission at 16. I got some valuable feedback about creating more contrast in my images, which I really took to heart over time. But never got back around to create and actually submit content to TSR to be published. But once the DMsGuild got opened up through WotC to officially build stuff using their IPs, it's a huge wish fulfillment for me. So I absolutely love making the books. I'll eventually go up and do my own thing. I'm at on the X Twitter platform at Phil Kearney if you want to catch me there. Like, subscribe, hit the bell icon for notifications, and you can see a slew of the books, like the Spelljammer book that we have now, and the color mana stuff, and just a slew of different books that I have. You can check those all out at your own leisure. And let's see, let's get this. Okay, cool. Looks like we're up and running. This is the book cover to the Spelljammer Combat Exploration book that's on DMsGuild. It's a pretty deep dive. It provides fleet combat, a whole bunch of exploration mechanics. Leans into all the things like wild system generators, even stuff like how fast the planets go around the sun based on their distance from it, and like how fast the moons and other smaller objects go around, rotate around orbit planets, finding things in wild space. How far away can you see something that's 5 feet or smaller in an infinite field? Stuff like that. So it was really fun to put that book together. And so now we're making supplements to it, and this is Vocath's Battle Station, which in Light of Xeraxis, here's the illustration that you get for it, and there's some cool maps to provide the layout of the place on the interior, but it's only basically 2 floors, the tower and the access point in the floor here for the arena where the characters perform combat to prove their own personal might to impress the warlords that own these different ships that are visiting. Your goal is to get them to help you form a fleet to fight the elves. Spoiler alert, sorry. If you don't know it by now, there it is. So what we do is we create a scenario where at some point while you are dealing with fighting creatures in the arena, news comes out that there is a fleet or a squadron of incoming Xeraxian ships, which actually happens in the adventure, and then they dock, and these Xeraxis elves throw their weight around, try to bully you, take stuff away from you, and then go back home, which then further motivates you to, hey, we need to get together here to battle these guys. And you're dealing from a place where I just got mugged, and I want you guys to back me up in fighting that guy. How about instead, when the elves are incoming, we all form a fleet and fight them off to tell them to the fuck off. And then you can turn around and say, hey, look, I just led you guys into beating the elves, and they're blowing up worlds. How about you guys get on board with my team? We go defeat them, stabilize the world, and I can help you guys find a stable home for yourselves now that Doomspace is falling apart. They'll say, sure, sounds like a great idea. And you go do that thing. We already have a fleet battle in the rule book that we provided. There's a conversion guide for Lattice Araxis. But this is a chance for us to, instead of being a victim and looking for people to back you up to regain your dignity, this is standing up for what's right, putting bullies down, and gaining allies and friends as a result of you standing up for them as well. So it's a better way to frame heroics in your D&D game. I am not much of a person to frame my role-playing fantasy experience as a victim. Most of us want to play heroic fantasy role-playing games because they specifically don't want to be a victim in their life. So instead of relating to your real life, how about escaping it and imagining yourself as better than what your circumstances are waiting for you? Maybe you can bring some of that heroism and courage in your life from the game into the space with other people that you love. That's how I always made my friends anyway. The best friends I have in my life were people that demonstrated that they wanted to stand up for what's right in game when there were no consequences, so that they could just be that person in the real world where there is. And I admire nothing more, to be quite frank. So we are currently detailing the map is done, and we've spent many episodes peeling through each layer and then detailing the content inside. Right now, all we're doing is we're putting a metallic sort of highlight and sheen on stuff. Here, check this out. Here is a, why am I semi-transparent in this space? Oh, that's right, because I painted the wings to be semi-transparent. Because the wings have transparency. All right, so everything's in order. But you can see how I have like a highlight here and then it curves off to shadow on the sides, right? That's the same sort of effect that we're looking to integrate into this. Highlight in the center fades out to a more of a shadow in the back. Stairway here going down. I should probably add stairs on this tier as well. So let's see where this actually occurs. Level, reception. It's the luxury. There we go. Luxury suite. Here, let's peel off the lock on this. We're just going to kind of stumble around and get things done here, but I got a couple hours that I can detail this out. So this is the best time for me to be perfect. Hold on real quick. Nothing but love for you, babe. Let's see. Line. And then highlights underneath it. There we go. This is where... No, wait. Yeah, over the lines is where it needs to be. So let's go to here. Let's add another one of these and let's take this. We'll drop this down into a circle. Remember, circles are squares in D&D, but we still have to use the right math. Let's go down here like that. I want this to be here like this. Good. Paste. God, look at that math. So good out. Oops. Nudge, fail, immediate loss. Immediate loss. Oh God. The karma, it stings. It stings so hard. here. Something is off. This is what's off. There, and then we'll copy paste. There. Good. Where's that? Jump down. Nice. I am very, very happy with that. So let's leave that as is. We'll put a lock back on that, and then let's go back up to the roof. Wait a second. We do have some fixing to do here, don't we? Yeah, let's fix that. Hey-o. Good. That looks good now. Let's put the lock back on. Click. And then going back to the roof. There. Spokes. Let's see. Tower shingles. And I want to duplicate this effect now. Hold on. Oh, right, because it's luxury suite level. All right, so how did this do over here? I bet we can make this work. Let's try. Let's just try. Is this the right way to do this? I honestly don't know. should be some sort of lighting effect. Maybe this is an example of where top-down lighting would be better. This. So I do more like this. That doesn't feel bad. I kind of like that. Let's double. Make sure this mic's close to my head, and let's double down on that. So we're going to add in. Well, we're kind of already there, ain't we? Nice. There, let's keep that edge clean. So there, and we can match it like this. This is the correct way to do. There is a nest of field rats that live in the stone wall adjacent to my porch. So I had gotten, I was just starting to train the crows and the squirrels to grab peanuts from my porch when the rats arrived and started aggressively pilfering them all. So I am going to have to find some sort of a permanent solution to relocate those rats to a more benign location. So I'll be calling a animal spirit Sherpa to bring mystic gas in the next few days to resolve their trek to Nirvana, so I can get my squirrels and crows back, because I miss my squirrels and crows. And I can't fight rats all day. Plus, they might start breaking into the electricity, and I don't need that. All right, I'm going to press merge here, and we're going to bloop. See if we can sculpt this into the right shape. use a very, very minimal eraser to get some striation, yeah. Well, technically it shouldn't, because it's, no, it's at an angle. That's legit, so we can do that. There. And let's just fade this in. The curve. Secrets of Nim was a really, really cool movie, but I gotta tell you, if I had rats stealing my electricity to power their bush, I'd call Nim myself too. That's scary. Like, if they know how to hook up electricity to be able to power their own home, they probably know how to feed me poison. We can't have that. Like, you know, it's been scarce on food recently, and old man Kearney is looking pretty good over there. He might just X me out and nibble on my corpse for a week. That is unfriendly. Oh my God, Kraken Week! Hey, so those that don't know, Kraken Week is a new content creator drive on YouTube to make content about nautical themed campaigns. It's kind of a shout out to Shark Week, I guess, but it's either nautical theme or Kraken based stuff. And so I will be participating in these shenanigans as well. In the Martial Powers playtest recently, I recently playtested some new underwater combat mechanics for making to make holding your breath a little bit more of a priority for your characters than how it's currently written in the official rules of Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition. So that's going to be one piece that I'll be sharing. And the other that I will share is we're going to look at a kaiju kraken using the scaling mechanics that we have in the Spelljammer Combat and Exploration book that we're currently augmenting here. So there are rules about creatures that are almost unlimited in size. By the scaling mechanics that we have in that book allow us to scale objects and creatures anywhere from 5 feet to 1 billion plus miles per square. And so it's a lot of open space, pardon the pun, for us to be able to build different types of creatures and structures and ships. And it all works within the scaling damage and hit points that we introduce in the supplement. So we're going to have basically just a practical example of how to build very simple kaiju using the rules that we have in that book for people. And then as I continue working on the Warforged and Machine supplement of basically building mecha in your campaign to fight giants and providing details about what those giants will look like at larger scale. This kraken is going to be basically 1,000 foot. It's going to occupy 1,000 foot space, large enough to threaten the people on the Rock of Brawl, as well as like the Imperial Citadel and Latizaraxis. A creature of that magnitude would be a significant threat. So we're going to stat it out. And probably post it, maybe post it on my Patreon. I'm not sure where. I'll probably eventually build it into something. I just honestly don't know when. So this isn't looking that bad. I kind of like that. All right, so let's go ahead and That feels better. I like that. Okay, cool. So I bet we can go here and here, and let's group these, and then yeah, duplicate the group, and then we're going to merge the group, and then we're going to duplicate the layer. We're going to free transform. We're going to rotate 180. Take this down to here. Oh yeah, I'm liking this. So let's duplicate those layers real fast. Let's so far, so good. So what? Let's duplicate this layer. Free transform. What do you mean? I bet that's going to be okay. Duplicate that layer and wow, that looks pretty damn good. I really like that. Yeah, I really, really like that. Nice. All right, so keep it going because it's snowing. Let's see. Next up, we need to start rendering the gears, and then we'll be able to flip the structure over, render the gears on the other side, and then for the most part we should be done, and we can start building out the map for the environment overall. So I'm going to roof shingle tops. Something feel. Hold on. I have to adjust something real quick here. Air isn't moving the way that I want it to. Hey. I thought it was cool enough out that I can turn off my air conditioner and open my window, but that is proving to be completely wrong. I am overheating, so. Get some water in my system so I don't dehydrate too hard. All right, so we are currently building gears or highlighting the metal. So what I want to do is go back here to our references and find, there it is. So here's our highlights. There you go. There's our highlight. Easy peasy. So you can drop that away. Down here, here. Let's see. Central line is going to be the most lit. And then it tapers off to the sides. And we'll figure out these crystals here next. But let's see. Okay, well, this is probably the best place to start because this is a circle. This is a cylinder, so we can start with our basics here. So if you're new to the channel, you may know I run a lunchtime adventure. It's my quote-unquote home, my home table for the past 5 years. It's actually coworkers that I spend lunch with once a week to play D&D. And we ran an entire campaign using 5e mechanics in 1 hour increments. 5 years, level 1 to 20, a complete campaign from start to end. And I learned a lot about efficiency during the course of that campaign, about how to process things fast, how to get my team to work together so that we can get through, decent sized combats and other things like at least 2 or 3 encounters, 1 or 2 combats, and then exploration or social stuff. Basically every 15, 20 minutes is basically what it broke down to. We got pretty damn efficient about doing these things. I'm going to nope, I want to duplicate here. Duplicate the layer, enter, and then free transform, rotate 180, perfect. And we'll line this up here. Nice. I'm going to merge this down. Very good. Curve that down like that. Transform. We're going to flip horizontal and then pull that around here. Cool. Now we can there like that. And then here like this. Let's fill that in. And here for our gears. Yeah, this thing is so big that the claws and the legs have separate, and the body have separate hit point capacities. And in combat, an incoming volley as a reaction, the pilot of this massive ship can move a limb or a leg to basically block the hit to take the damage on behalf of the major structure, the full structure. There's a lot of deflection and warding type options that we have in here. I'm a big fan of sapping characters' resources for supporting for having minions and stuff like if you're mounted and you're on a horse or whatever. Instead of the horse taking damage, you can take damage. A beast companion, instead of your companion taking damage, you take damage. Because if you want to keep him alive, you still have to spend resources. It's the same as keeping you alive. You gotta spend resources. So if it's 6 or a half dozen, why not just use the same? Like you can grant the. Hold on, real quick. I'm just noticing an opportunity here to make that just a little bit better. There we go. I better make that 0. There. Why is this so difficult? Hold on. You gotta do this again. There. Cool. There we go. There we go. All right, as intended. Excellent. We'll be able to mirror that down here. So we only have to technically do half of it. And when we get to these, I only need to do one of these because I can flip symmetry, and then I can flip symmetry again down here. And of course, I only have to do one claw. So I only have to do like half of the thing at any given time. So this is all, and once we get to here, I could just technically duplicate that. But we'll see. Let's grab this. Copy, paste. There we go. No, I want to have a separate layer. Let's have a separate layer. See, it has a smaller circumference here, so I want to have a different cascade, not cascading. Why are words escaping me? The word that I want is gradient. Thank you. I want a different gradient. Good. And very good. All right, I'm really happy with how that looks. Whew, man, this guy's looking hot. Hot. And we already set up gradients, so it's to highlight at the top, and then it fades down as it tilts. So this will give us a sense of curve. There we go. And highlight up here and let it curve out. Like that. Do a little bit of rim lighting. Fade that in. Good. I like how that's curving. That feels really, really good. There we go. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. The Rogue new the new 2024 Rogue for 5th edition was discussed yesterday on the D&D stream. So I have the martial powers system in development that we stream dev for on Tuesdays and Fridays at lunchtime. Approximately it'll be at noon Pacific time here in Seattle. Yeah, noon this tomorrow. And so now that we have the important details of the of 2024 Rogue, we have confirmation that the strike system that we've implemented, the mana, basically the alternate smite casting system for martials in general, that's going to still work with the Rogue as we've presented it. And we got the official damage, the cost of how many sneak attack dice each of the strike features are in the player's handbook. So we were able to easily convert that into a mana cost, which again still jives with what we had already built. So session tomorrow, it doesn't take much. I mean, there's zero work involved. The Rogue already works as is. So not sure how we're going to spend the session tomorrow. We have monks to fix, but I want to wait. Oh, yeah. They're going to be also looking at the Warlock. So when Warlock comes in, we'll have to see if there's any alterations to the scaffolding and resource supply of spells for the Warlock, and if there are revisions there, that'll be the opportunity for us to update. So Rogues and Warlocks will be tomorrow, and then we get the Ranger on Friday, and again I stream these mechanics on Tuesdays and Fridays. So once we did Paladins, Barbarians, and Fighters last week, and so we'll do Rogues and Warlocks tomorrow. And then on Friday, after the Ranger drops, we'll be able to do the Ranger as well. So then we'll have, I believe the Monk will be the following week. I reckon the Monk will probably be on Friday next week. And that'll be that will be the last class that will require any consideration for the martial powers book. So once we get that updated, I think by, what will that be? Hold on. If we get Ranger by the end of the week here, and assuming that we get Monk by the end of the week here on Friday, we can potentially be up and running for 5th and 6th level playtesting for martial powers as early as the 8th. And I think we're going to be doing martial powers on Monday the 8th for level 5 and 6. So we're doing level 5 and 6. We already did level 3 and 4 last month. And then we had the updates that are coming through. So all the updates are coming along very nicely. Massive upgrades and improvements, quality of life for the project overall as a result of 3rd and 4th level playtesting. It was exactly what I was hoping for. Some good observation and feedback about how well the system works at low levels, so that we can make sure we have really good bang for the buck. And that came through. So now we'll move to level 5 and 6, so we can see what having access to 2nd rank powers, a little bit more resources, and some cheat mechanics to be able to get free mana for your characters every round of combat. We're going to see how well we can escalate hostilities and what kind of punch the characters can flow with. What we want to do is be able to give characters the ability to use powers every round without having to specifically nerf higher end effects. So we have a hybrid system where things cost points of mana to channel, but there's ways to cheap effects for free at pretty much any level, starting from 3rd level on. So your characters really have unlimited mana resources if they're willing to limit what kind of things they can do with it. The more advantageous it is for your character, the less likely it is free to do. But very basic things can be done for free. And that's the kind of system I wanted to implement, to be able to basically go infinite with maneuvers, like Battlemaster maneuvers. All the Battlemaster maneuvers that you know from the player's handbook basically cost 1 mana if you want to spend, or if you're willing to exchange action resources. Like if you're willing to give up attacks, then you can do them for free. And so that's been a very elegant program, a very elegant mechanic that's really, really easy to implement, and is duplicatable and is consistent. It's exchanging fighter combat, like combat, martial combat options for free mana usage things. So I'm pleased with it. Very, very pleased. So we should have no difficulty in having this thing built out. Hopefully shortly after 2024 is September is unleashed. You know what? I'm not liking this. I think I want to kind of delete that and try again, you know? Can I get away with a fade like this around it? No, that is incorrect. because we're supposed to go highlight to the middle and then it lessens to the outside. So I have to remain consistent in the model. These are further away than here, so the lighting needs to highlight in the center, towards the center, and then fade out away from it, so that it's a self-referencing source of light that's consistent throughout the piece. There we go. Sharper highlight here, and then it fades into less here. Using the rules of light that we established for ourselves, we can remain consistent. I don't think I want that. Thank you, Timely Timer. That's 40 minutes down, 120, no, 100 to go. Yeah. More water. Keep hydrated, Kearney. Yeah, okay, so that's looking pretty good. And so now let's go back to the reference document and let's grab this crystal stuff color. Yeah, okay, this will work. So let's drop that reference out of the way. Let's go over here. Oh my gosh. Okay, well this is already like that, so all we have to do are the highlights. Holy crap. I set myself up for success on this one, my boyos. Let's succeed. Just going to do that same fade sheen effect here. Isn't that great? God, I love this. I love rendering lighting and shadow detail, unusual materials. It used to not be very important to me. Like there was a great Reddit thread that I ran across. Someone was asking, is there a problem with me just enjoying character portraits and not working on other things. And my initial response to that was, of course, you want to always enjoy what it is that you're working on, so you don't worry about burning out. But more importantly, though, as you get better and better at character art, you're going to expand the scope of the illustration. Maybe you're only doing headshots or busts initially, and then you get into full body. Maybe you have it as like a standalone schematic sort of paper doll look, but then you start working on posing and gestures, so they're not just a static mannequin. They're acting like they're being portrayed as actual living sentient creatures with personalities. And then you start getting into what kind of material is their clothing made of, right? Like is there metal, is there leather, is there light fabric, is there silk? What's the composition of the materials of the clothing they're wearing? What's the texture of their hair like? What's the where are they? Are they? You might just start off with a blank background because it's more of a schematic than a living creature, but eventually you're going to continue to expand. You want to incorporate backgrounds. It's like, well, okay, how do I make structures look good? How do I make grass in different environments? How do I make all that stuff look good? And that leads you away from just character portraits, but it just leads you into depicting reality as a whole, to get good with materials, color, heat, all these different aspects of reality that characters interact inside of. That once you start expanding that, you just become a good illustrator in general. Whatever it is that you start off with, you'll if you're rendering details and seeking any form of realism, like logo designers, for instance, don't deal with this mostly. It's useful if they can render reality so that they're better at what's the word I'm looking for? At making like doing symbolic icons and shapes out of letters and stuff, like having a good grasp of how to depict reality allows you to change the nature of like the simplicity or the styling of whatever it is that you're working on. Like a good cartoonist can draw at least semi-realistic characters, portraits and stuff, so that when they're actually creating their cartoon, the exaggerations and simplifications of the characters that they're depicting is informed out of preference instead of technical limitations. Like if you want to de-emphasize what their facial features are, like say while they're talking, you don't necessarily need to have a very well detailed and distinguished mouth, for instance. It can be very, very simple. It just depends on what the style is that you're specifically developing, and how broad of scope is it, and how realistic does the end result need to be. Is it a stylized character, or is it attempting realistic rendering? And that'll tell you how much you really need to focus on understanding all these different facets of illustration. I feel like I'm rambling a little bit, but I guess that's just kind of par for the course, so I really just can't complain. You're a rambler, Kearney. I am. I know. It's looking pretty good. doing that edge highlight like that helps, I think, make it feel a little bit more crystalline. There, very good. Nope, nope, nope. Oh yeah, I was starting to talk about my home table. Yeah, so we completed the 20 level Eberron campaign, and so we then began a. There's that. There's that. That can merge down to this. That can merge down to all of this. That's probably a good point. And so they wanted a Spelljammer campaign, and I spent a number of sessions here in the past few months developing an Eberron Spelljammer campaign. And so they are in their third adventure right now. And the first two adventures were basically cavern delves into asteroids to clear out monsters and secure mining capability for NPC miners to come in and start extracting the ore for wealth to convert the ore into resources so that the team would have resource points to spend on upgrading their mining guild and the characters that they portray in the mining guild. And so that went really well, and we're now using the mechanics that we came up with for fighter ship combat. They're using Warforged Fightercraft, a very primitive version of the Warforged machine supplement that I've done some development work on here on stream to use the Spelljammer mechanics that we developed, just for a little bit more depth and detail in piloting large scale, like massive scale, like 550 feet, 500 feet, huge scale mecha to fight kaiju. So it's Kraken Week next week, and I will be providing a video about how to build a 1,000 foot kaiju Kraken using the Spelljammer combat and exploration document that I published, so that you can build massive scale creatures. Then we're going to have it attack the Rock of Brawl and the Citadel of Light, or the Imperial Citadel rather, in Light of Zaraxis. So I am very, very much looking forward to that. And we have some rules about underwater combat and holding your breath during combat and exploration. That's on theme for the nautical idea, but the Kraken, I wanted to do Spelljammer for sure. So I'm really, really excited about that. Yeah, this is coming along pretty nicely here. I'm going to make another layer, and then we're going to edge down here. No, let's grab this, take this down to here, like that. That feels pretty good. There, like that. Oh, man, I like how that looks. That is cool. Let's merge this one down. And then we'll merge this one down. Good. And now we're going to go back into our references here. Grab the darkest bit we can. I'm gonna do that. Smudge that in. Grab that. There we go. There we are. Merge down. Perfect. Nib that right there. Yeah, I really like how that's sitting. Oh god, that's super cool. Let's see here. Drop this down a little bit further. Let's do that. Place. There. Darker around the edges. Darker interior. Oh yeah, just like that. That looks really, really good. A little curve going there. Freaking nice. Probably means we want to darken this down here and here as well. I hear you, Alarm. Thank you. 1 hour mark, halfway there. Stay on target. Stay on target. Ho, ho, ho. That's looking really, really good. Don't. Wow, I love that. I love that. I love that. Look how good that looks. Holy shit. Lag. Clicks right into place. God, look at that. Look at that. Oh my god, that looks so great. Whoa. I am really, really enjoying this. Yeah, that feels pretty good. There. And, okay, I was about to think I could just duplicate these these leg effects, but I can't. I have to do them back legs. I have to do them uniquely because the light is at a different angle for all of them. Or is it? Let's try that again. Even if I do have to change it, having a fully rendered leg and then just adjusting the fully rendered leg is going to be considerably less work than building the whole thing from scratch. So let's just lean on my own abilities. Just a titch. Not so bad. Let's erase all that. Urgh. know what? I think I want to merge all this shit. I've got Primus on my mind. Sailing the seas of cheese, specifically. Habala habala hop. Habala 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 hop. It's my alarm going off, saying it's sometime. Sometime per day. Who knows? Build it out like that. Good. Let's take this. Push that down here like that. Nice. One more like that. That feels pretty good. I like it. I like it a lot. Okay, so what's the next thing we need to do? Let's try to duplicate that layer. Now we're going to free transform. Flip horizontal now, baby. Slide. Place. Here, like that. All right, everything seems to be okay. Oh yeah, that works. Yep. So duplicate. And transform, flip vertical. So far, so good. Looking good. Legs. I have to upgrade the roof. Kind of like that fade effect. Oh, that's what I like about it. I see it now. I see it now. I know what needs to be done. This striation isn't supposed to actually exist. I mean, it would be consistent with the roof, so yeah, we actually should. This should actually exist. But we need to have this same style here. Yeah, we can make this work. Go copy paste, free transform. Yeah, so far so good. So what? Merge down. Duplicate the layer. Free transform. Rotate 180. Duplicate the layers and then transform. Wow. Scheisser. Paste. Apparently I didn't build a very good circle because it ain't circling so good. Not 100% sure what I did wrong. That is okay. Yes. Let's go around the edge. Looks like we had done before. Just getting it set up here. Gotta keep your mouth shut when you're breathing there, Kearney. Let's try this. Let's duplicate this. Free transform. Vertical. Not bad. Okay, that's gonna work. I can be happy with that. Merge down. This out like that. Spokes here to push this out, down. here. Thank you, Timely Timer. What we got, like 40 minutes left? Oh God, nope. I got 20 minutes left. Holy shit, we're in the last 20 already. What happens if we do this instead? Let's grab this, and then here. Or what if instead of this, I went to here we go. Let's try this. Since this is our central, this is where we're using our center source to move out from, right? So what I should do is from here, put a layer mask on that. Let's just blot out the sun, shan't we? Let's just block off this whole half here. Like that. Blend it in. That feels pretty good. Let's apply a layer mask. Flip that out. Erase, get rid of that. Push up here like this. What's going on up in here? Thin that down a bit. This is making more and more sense. More and more sense. I think we need to have a bit more of a center point. That's looking more natural now. Okay, it looks pretty good. Yeah, I don't need that anymore. Oh, this is fun. Yes, can do. There. There we go. Da 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 ba da ba 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 ba. Start fading that out like this. And here, we'll fade it down like this. This. try this again. Here like this. Like that. Like that. Watch it. Da da cha da cha. Partial. It's just doing a gradient fade. Good. That looks a lot better. I am very happy with that. Much better. Let's see. Yeah, let's go ahead and just pause here for now. We're going to come back. We're going to do this again on Thursday night. And when we do, I'll finish the claws and the head. I feel like I should have some lighting effect going on over here as well. But I'm not convinced yet. It's very static. That's the... something like that. That looks pretty good. Not so bad. Paste, transform, vertical. Merge those down here. Vertical. There, merge down. Good. Yeah, it's looking pretty cool. I'm liking it. I feel like this border should be better lit. Like with this. Much more natural. Whoa, 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 whoa. No, no. There, like that. My timer's gonna pop here in a moment. I can feel it. Yep, there it is. All right, let's kill that. And let's take a moment here to get this stuff into place. Smudge it up to where it's supposed to be. There, like that. Looking good. We are really looking good over here. God, this is going to be really fun. I'm going to get that into place here. And this like that. Cool. And now we're going to grab this, paste, transform, flip vertical. Nice. Wow. Okay, we're looking good. We're looking really, really good. All right, so yeah, this is going on really, really well. I'm very, very pleased. I might work on the lighting on the here on the arena roof, since we adjusted it here as well. I'm liking that. That feels pretty good. These look great. We'll get those claws done, and then we'll flip it, and we'll do the same for the underbelly. So that's it for now, though, guys. Hey, nice. So I'm going to be back tomorrow morning. We're going to do some more Eberron token production. And then at lunchtime, at noon PST, we're going to look at the Rogue and Warlock for martial powers. And then on Wednesday morning, we'll do Eberron art. And then lunchtime, we'll continue with the Spelljammer subclasses. I think we're on the Ranger at that point. And then for Thursday, Eberron in the morning. And then we'll be back on doing this at night. And then Friday morning, more Eberron cartography. And then lunchtime, we'll work on the Ranger for martial powers. And then we have Saturday is our grab bag. And we'll probably, since I'm participating in Kraken, we'll probably be investing time on Saturday building out the actual Kraken itself. So cool, guys. Hey, thanks a lot for being here. Like, subscribe, check my books, join on, and I'll see you guys later. Thanks a lot.